the fact that Noah, you can sit and work on a project and hit save, and knowing that your computer probably could handle the exports, but it would probably scream at you the whole time.
Oh,
You can save that file, and then I can open up 5 minutes later and have all the work that you just did synced and linked with the media that you were working with, and then I can just hit export on my bigger machine here.
Yeah.
Makes that workflow so much nicer.
Yeah, I do it for the love.
I want Noah, you to tell me one thing that you've learned most over the last 2 weeks of working from home.
Just like anything?
Yeah. What's the biggest takeaway that you've had over the last couple of weeks?
The biggest takeaway is probably just like making time for everything. Like, not that there's a lot to do, but just like, kind of like I said earlier, where because work is right here, like there's not, and I don't have to worry about making it to my next thing because my next thing is also on my computer. There's, I feel like it's been that slight issue of, or that initial struggle of finding time to just also stop everything. Because a part of me, because I get this mentality of I can just go play video games or I can just go do something else and then come back to work later. But I did the opposite, where I really made myself focus on work and like not focus on that, like focus on doing that stuff when I'm like done for the day. But then I just get into a flow and I just get into a massive work sync, because that's a thing now apparently. I'm managing. It's not bad.
What about you, Tristan? How have you adjusted to working remotely?
Yeah, it's just kind of trying to stay like more focused and like kind of finding a balance between some of the distractions and maintaining productivity at work and different kind of things like that. I guess it's just trying to toe the line, because I mean it is easier to go do. There's lots of different things going on. There's like a million different things going on at once, basically, with work and having to maintain things at home and do little things and go to the store and different things like that. So it's just trying to manage all that into one sort of timeline, I guess, and make sure everything is getting its equal amount of time that is needed.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like looking at it, while we did have to have some system in place figured out for syncing media for Reese, the fact that we had that system in place for working in our office meant that we already had something figured out for this situation. And we didn't have to figure that part out. We had to figure out the hardware, but the process itself was pretty easy to migrate into and getting us all connected with all the media that we need.
Right.
So that was, I was glad that we didn't have that stress. Like, I don't know how other companies that don't have these types of systems in place already are managing video production remotely like this. Mm-hmm. Like, are they just mailing hard drives around and hoping it makes it there, or what?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Perfect. How's it going?
Man, doing really good. Yeah, how are you?
Good. Busy, just in a different kind of busy.
Yeah.
So,
is your team together, or are you all working from your own homes, or what's that like?
We're all mostly remote at this point. We're still doing a few little shoots here and there, just based on what kind of needs to be done, I guess. We're not necessarily doing them if there's going to be more than a few people involved, but yeah, it's been an adjustment, but we're still staying busy, so just working on different types of projects. So
yeah, is that mostly marketing stuff for you guys now, or like how does that I guess I don't know all the things you guys do.
Yeah, no, there's been some of it that's been marketing related. A lot of it's been, one of our clients is a dance studio, and so they're shut down right now. So we've been spending a ton of time with them, creating an entire online platform for them to be able to provide classes and training to their students that they have still.
That's awesome. No, I think that's like, there's so much opportunity of like, people are willing to try technology like they never have before. It's so interesting. Even a lot of the clients we work with are obviously older, and you would think like, oh, there's no way they're going to be willing to meet on phone. And like they are, and they're learning. And so work side, that's been interesting. And then personal side too, even with my small group at church, we all met on Zoom Wednesday night, and it was like, I would never in a million years, like, would be doing that. It's like, they love it and they're thankful. And so, it's weird. I personally enjoy the face-to-face more than phone calls a lot, but I've been learning too. So yeah.
No, I like doing video calls more than phone calls because you get as close to that in-person communication as you can get. I mean, really, it's I would say you get the same amount of feedback visually as what you do in person, because I can hear your tone, I can see your body language, I can tell if it's something that you're interested in talking about. Whereas when it's just a phone call, I have no idea. All I can hear is their voice. And a lot of times I can't even hear their voice if I'm the one telling them things. And so I don't have any of that visual feedback when I'm just talking on the phone.
The pauses on the phone calls are brutal too. Sometimes it'll just be a pause and you're just like, do I say something? Do I not? And,
right.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like you provided a ton of value for me, man. Thank you. I don't know if there's anything I would love to have you guys help me someday. And obviously I appreciate our friendship outside of work or whatever, but I don't know if there's any value I can provide for you, but I'm really thankful for you, man. You're a great dude. Like, you're doing it right.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I would say if you want to hop on and share the post, and we'll see how many people we can get to hop on calls like this.
Yeah, dude, you got it. 100%.
All right. Sounds good. If you need anything else, feel free to message me.
Yeah, dude. Have a great week, dude. Take it easy.
You too. See ya.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sitting here finishing up the last couple edits on one of 1-3 Designs videos that we've been working on. And I think I've hit the hardest part of the entire editing process. This is something I don't typically do a whole lot anymore, just because we have people like Tristan and Noah on our team who take care of a lot of the editing for us. This is just a project that I kind of took over when we transitioned to remote working, and I was just finishing it up. But I have a lot of respect for the music selections that the two of our other editors always pick out, and the time that they put into finding the right music for the right tone of the video, because I think I've listened to about 300 different songs right now, and I haven't found one that really matches the tone of the video, the style of the client, and the demographic of who they're trying to reach. There are 3 very hard things to try to match into one video, and so I'm struggling with it a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna land on yet, so I'm gonna do some more hunting and see what I can find. So, but yeah, mad respect for Tristan and Noah on their music selections. They do a wonderful job. I just got a huge compliment from one of our clients today about the music selection that Tristan had on their video. It's the tough part of the process, and I respect it. So that's it. I'm gonna go back.
What was the biggest thing you learned in making that video?
Well, something that I relearned, I guess, was that it's extremely difficult filming yourself, how I want to exactly, how I pictured it in my mind. It was so hard to act on that. Making salsa, but we made it work.
No, I thought it turned out well.
Yeah, it was great.
It was one of those things with the way everything is right now, it forces every company to kind of evolve a little bit, and and be flexible.
Definitely.
And usually we do in-person meetings and we get a good idea of like personality and stuff like that through that. And you can get a little bit of that through a video call, but not fully.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, we have the most applicants for the internship we've ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had, you guys interviewed 8 of them, I think, but we had, I think, 12 or 13 apply.
Something like that, yeah.
So like, usually it's like 4 or 5 people apply.
Okay.
And so we got to a point where like, there's a handful of decent ones. How do we pick which one? We're like, well, why don't we just make them do what they're actually going to be doing as their internship?
Yeah. Great idea.
And so it's actually something where the plan is to have it be part of the internship application process every time now, because
Yeah, that's good.
as I thought about it more, first of all, it gives us a better idea of what you're technically capable of doing right now. But also, even if you didn't get the internship, you have a piece of content that you can put out now.
Right. Yeah.
So, and like for you, I don't know if you put it out publicly or not, but I would definitely put it out publicly.
Yeah.
So it's a piece of media that I think would be a valuable piece, even if you didn't get the internship.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
All right.
Did you wipe your lens off? I can't see it from here. I just did. I saw a TikTok that was like how to shoot better phone photos, and the first tip was like to wipe your lens off. Like,
Probably, I mean, especially my front-facing camera, it gets so foggy all the time. I'll like turn on Snapchat and be like, "Whoa!" Like it's foggy.
nice.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
What's up though?
So yeah, we just did a little pre-meeting with Adam, who is our summer intern that we just selected. He put together a pretty impressive application video for the internship, and it was one that was done well enough that I was captured in by the story. The visuals looked awesome, the editing was good, and he really demonstrated what his abilities are. But there's also always room for improvement, so it's going to be fun to see him join our team and see what he does with the footage that he captures with our productions. So we just got done with a call with him, just kind of getting some initial stuff set up or planned, I guess, as far as his start date and figuring out what we do in the case of still working remotely when that start date does get here. But ultimately, we're all excited to have him. I think maybe now would be a good time to play that video that he submitted for his application, possibly. So you'll see that right now.
America has become the epicenter of the pandemic. The death toll doubled.
No. You know what? You know what? Let's do something.
Heard this beat in my dream.
This is the real secret of life. To be completely engaged with what you're doing in the here and now.
But yeah, that was the video, and we're all excited to have Adam join the team. And if you're watching this right now, Adam, we're excited to have you here. See ya. So I'm working on this project right now for Structurally in Des Moines, and it's all motion graphics except for one scene. And that scene is us utilizing the tool in the iPhones called the Animojis. And what we're finding is we have one downside of the fact that all of us in our office have pixels, and that's that we can't do it, except for Reese. And Reese did this last year for us, last fall, for our first video that we did for him. And we didn't actually know that it was going to turn into a thing, but now I have to ask him to do it again. But this is what he said last time he had to do this, so I'm interested to see what he's going to say now.
I hate you for making me do this. Hey, that's me. 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 Hey, that's me.